Hey, it's Lance from the Foyager Food Edition, and I'm going to show you how to take this and turn it into this. Let's get started. I bought a kitchen gadget called the PrepNaturals 3-in-1 French fry cutter. It cuts more than potatoes though, but let's see what's inside the box. It comes with a safety glove that I'll probably never use, an outer body, blade organizer, inner body and bottom tray, 6 wedge cutter press plate, 8 wedge cutter press plate, fry blade press plate, 6 wedge cutter, fry blade, 8 wedge cutter, cleaning brush, cleaning scraper, and an instructional manual. I show that it's 4.75 inches in length, 3.75 inches in width, and 5.75 inches in height. The weight of the press plate, blade, the inner and outer body, and the tray is around 1 pound, 0.2 ounces. The entire unit is dishwasher safe if used on the top rack only. The manual advises that you keep the temperatures within the dishwasher below 65 degrees Celsius or 150 degrees Fahrenheit. But I always give my new gadgets a good washing in the sink. Take the inner body and attach it to the bottom tray. Next, attach one of the blades. Here I'll use a fry blade, but make sure that the this side up section is up. Then take the fry blade press plate and slide it on top of the fry blade. It's obvious, but always use the matching press plate and blade. Next, grab the outer body piece and slide it over the inner body section. Lastly, take the top press plate and turn it clockwise on the fry blade press plate to lock and counterclockwise to unlock. Now we're ready for some action. I went to the store and got 3 different types of potatoes to test: Russet potatoes, Yukon Gold, and red potatoes. Note that the vegetable or the fruit should be no longer than 4.33 inches. The manual also states that if the vegetables are curved, to cut them into straight pieces and then cut the 2 smaller pieces. We'll use the russet potato first. Place the potato vertically on the blade and then press down to cut. Sometimes I dig the potato into the blade to stabilize it. The faster you press down, the less effort that it takes. Remove the outer body and the fry blade and remove the bottom tray. You can keep on the fry blade, but be careful. The blades are very sharp. Dump out the potatoes for some nice crisp cuts. Let's swap out the blade and use another one. Turn the press plate counterclockwise and tap out the fry blade. I'll insert the 6 wedge cutter the same way. It makes it so quick and easy. Now you have some potato wedges like the ones from middle school. You remember those, right? Now let's try the 8 wedge cutter. Just like the 6 wedge cutter pieces, but smaller. Now let's compare the cuts. Here's the fry blade, the 6 wedge cutter, and the 8 wedge cutter. Now let's try the same process but with the red potato. These are harder than the russets, and I feel that they're a little bit more restrictive, but it's still easy nonetheless. I apologize, but I forgot to show the cutting process for the 6 wedge cutter blade, but it's pretty much the same thing as with the russet potatoes. I was working outside today and was washing my hands a lot, and I'm a tad bit ashy. Now, the Yukon Gold. Pretty much the same process. It felt a little easier to cut than the red potatoes, but still, it required little to no effort at all. Now, let's try an apple. It easily cuts it, but it also cuts through the seeds and the core. It's better to use an apple cutter with a core in the middle. It's still a good way to cut apples quickly. And some cucumbers. I'll have to cut them into smaller pieces first because they won't fit. Also, the seeds get clogged up in the middle of the blades. I use the cleaning brush to push them out of the way. Now, let's try some carrots. Here I used some baby carrots. It didn't work out as planned. If you lay them across the blade horizontally, they'll definitely get stuck and you have to pry them out. So let's set them up vertically this time. Now that's much better. Next up is celery. I cut them in half and tried to lay them across the blade horizontally again. Looks like I didn't learn my lesson too well. It's better to set them up vertically in the chopper. Now tomato. I cut some Roma tomatoes in half to get small diced pieces and chunks. I also cut the ends off as well. Hey, it works. Next up, onions. Easy does it. To clean the fry cutter's pieces, just use some mild dish soap and warm water. But please be careful of the sharp blades. In the water, you may not be able to see them as well, and it can cut you. The cleaning brush is handy for cleaning some of the grooves in the cutter's press plates, but I also use my bottle brush set to clean the blades as well. It was very helpful, and the cleaning scraper wasn't much use to me at all. As far as the pros, it not only chops potatoes, but it also works with other vegetables as well. The blades are stainless steel, making them durable, rust resistant, and long lasting. It's small and compact and doesn't take up much space in your cabinet. Pushing food through the blades isn't such a tough task based on this design. It comes with multiple blade configurations and it's easy to clean. As far as the cons, you have to operate it manually, requiring a physical effort instead of an electrical option. It's larger and oddly shaped foods may need to be cut down before use. Some vegetables are harder to cut than others. For instance, based on the product page, it's recommended that you use the wedge blades and not the diced blades when it comes to items such as sweet potatoes. But I'll have to test this later in another video. I've been using the PrepNaturals 3-in-1 French fry cutter for about 7 months and I've never had an issue with it yet. I've used it primarily to make homemade French fries and wedges, and personally, I love it. I highly recommend it. I have a video coming out soon showing how to make French fries at home that taste just as good, if not better, than the fast food restaurants. So subscribe and click the bell to get notified when I publish new videos. So check out the last videos for my homemade potato soup and cinnamon raisin biscuits right here or in the description below. And question, do you like French fries from a restaurant or homemade French fries better? God bless, and comment below.